Shh.
Boom, dum, 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 bum, bow, bum, bum, bow, bow, dum, dow, bow, 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 dow. I think this song goes like that, right?
Nice, yeah.
And then they rise to the
Sounds like that.
day.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, aka the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes, and he is. You thought I forgot about it, didn't you?
I did think you. I thought you were gonna let it go. I thought your race was gonna be vigorous today and not ambiguous. I thought it was gonna be.
I'm gonna be ambiguous today.
You're gonna be vigorous today. And I, who am a man whose back has been mangled for many days and many weeks. It is down to day 219 of no bed. I am Marcus, the grand finale, who walks like the grandfather finale at this moment, as he turns his head very slightly and realizes he may have a permanent neck problem. But
Marcus walks to shops with mattresses and then starts singing Shania Twain of "That Don't Impress Me Much."
I was thinking more Hall and Notes with "I can't go for that." No, I can't go for that. Oh shoot.
um, Marcus, out the gate. Let's just talk about the Wyatt Sicks.
Let's get right into it. And Manny, do you want to hear my response first?
No, you
And
definitely should
what?
hear your
Because
response, and then I want you to say your response, and then I want you to tell me what you believe my response was, because you know me quite well. You already mentioned it in the pre-show, but tell the listeners what you think I felt during this.
so my response, I give my brief one, and then I go into what Manny's response I think is. My response was Raw has time left over. I guess they're coming out tonight. It's official. It's over. They're coming out. We have too much time left on the clock. It starts to happen. And I'm going to be honest, Manny, and I don't know where this emotion came from. I got a little bit of chills. You know how The Rock always talks about goosebumps? I literally had goosebumps. I was like, oh shit. There was a little bit of emotion, a little bit of tears coming out my eye, a missing Bray. And then it started going on and on. And I was like, holy shit, this is insane. And it was like walking through Universal Studios and going through one of the Halloween Horror Nights. And then you see dead bodies everywhere. And then there's images of these monsters in the corners with masks. And then you see dead people. And you go, oh, they're dead. They killed Jack Game. Oh, that's my boy. That's my son. And then you get to them all together on the stage. And then I believe it's Bo or Howdy go, we're here? I think he says. If I remember
Yeah, that was Bo.
Yeah. And then he says it. And then I go, yeah, but that's Bo. That's kind of my emotion at the end.
Exactly.
I heard Bo's voice, and you know who I wanted to hear? You know what I wanted to hear? I wanted to hear Bray say it, because Bo's voice is so soft and sounding, and I was like, oh. But I thought it was really well done. I don't think it's going to work, but I enjoyed the ride they took me on for this one night.
Yeah.
Now it's time for what I think Manny felt. All right, so the conclusion of this triple threat match happens, and Manny goes, what time is it? It's probably late or early in the morning for him. And he's seeing this is going on, and then the lights flicker off, and it starts static, and then I can imagine Manny going, here we go with this shit. Here we go.
Yeah, it's basically that GTA thing. Here we go. Here we go again.
And then, as Nikki Cross cosplay Abaddon, I believe Manny would go, oh, Abaddon signed with WWE.
Yeah.
And then immediately goes, you know what, she's probably cool. But they start doing the walk through the hallways, and I can imagine the impatience of Manny going, "Get on with this! Come on!" Just like the fucking week after week, this is taking them just as long to walk through Gorilla than it was to them sending me these QR code messages. Are they gonna come out or what? What is happening here? And then it's mask guy after mask guy, and then we get to the conclusion, and Manny goes, "Ah, it's gonna waste of time."
I was thinking that, but there was a particular part. So, Rambling Rabbit.
Yes.
They got to the Rambling Rabbit bit. I was Rambling Rabbit's a racist.
Why is he a racist? What did he do?
He was standing over three brothers.
Was it 3 black guys? I wasn't counting them. I was enthralled into the mask and the costumes and the aesthetic of it all.
Well, Marcus, you're doing a bad job because Jasper would have been going wild when he saw this shit.
That's why I don't let Jasper watch wrestling programming because I know he knows how bad it's gonna be. It doesn't. I don't want to like that. So having Jasper watch professional wrestling is like watching a normal dog watch fireworks go off on the 4th of July. Keep him away. It just terrifies him.
Postman comes.
Yes. Absolutely horrifying. But yeah, so Rambling Rabbit killed 3 black guys. Yeah.
It did take too long. I was getting... And then I started... That's why the title today is The Wyatt Sicks Are Here. But do you really care? So... Remember back when Bray was alive and we were doing his whole spiel of how long it was going to get to that stupid match with LA Knight, that very jobhead match with LA Knight. That took how many months? How many months are you actually going to go? Because me and Eric, I remember we were done with it after maybe 2-3 weeks because it just went on forever. How many weeks are you going to give this before you go, this is taking too long? Because if I don't see any movement, if it's still like breadcrumbs for the next 3 weeks, I'm done. I'm giving it 3 weeks.
Well, I think they're here. I don't know what we're going to get out of this. And like you said, they have to get on with it. And I'm curious what we're going to get. I don't know what Bo's going to be like in the leadership role. I didn't see Bliss, who I thought would be in the group.
I thought that was the one wearing the stupid No,
I thought that was Nikki Cross.
No, that mask. With the blonde dreadlocks.
Oh, that's not Joe Gacy. I don't know which is which.
No, Joe Gacy was the one at the bottom to the left of Nikki Cross.
Okay, yeah, I figured that was Joe. Rowan is clearly the one with the help and the sheep. I don't know.
Yeah,
so that's Bliss.
Sure. It may have been Bliss because the way they were sitting was cross-legged on top of something in Gorilla.
Okay, so if I thought if you had Bliss, I would think that you would show Bliss. Because I don't know if she's a ready draw. I thought you would try to make sure you identified that's Bliss. Like, because there was nothing that gave me like, oh, that's Bliss. I honestly lost of who are these people? Because I was like, what up is Loomis, right?
Yeah, well, maybe it's Loomis, like Kane just said as well. But it is spelled sick, not six.
Yeah, it's spelled six. S-I-C-K with a 6, right?
Yeah, S-I-C-K-S. The new Wyatt Sicks. Like, as in, like, I'm guessing, like, Sickum.
I get it. I get it. To me, I thought it was cool. But my main issue for this, and there's a lot of it, like you said, where are we going to go with this? And do we have a place for this in the modern landscape of wrestling? Like, the supernatural element. Like, it was very, quote unquote, spooky. But there's only really been one supernatural gimmick that has ever really worked in wrestling. And so people may say that's not true at all, but the Undertaker kind of story arc of him and Kane are the only ones that technically really work. Everything else kind of fizzles out. Yeah,
that's the only one that really worked because it really takes the other person involved in the storyline to go along with it.
Yeah.
If you really think about what Bray did, whoever he fought never really got into it, with exception to the Firefly Funhouse bullshit which you were allowed to kind of get away with during COVID, where it was all like video and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where that with John Cena, that's the only one that really ever made sense to me. Like it was kind of cool, but like every iteration of this cryptic Bray Wyatt post COVID didn't work. And then the stuff that Bray did with Danielson, that stuff was kind of cool, mate. And then with Randy Orton, that stuff was all right. But like, there's not much stuff for me that with watching Bray Wyatt was that memorable or that good, because it was always great storytelling, terrible conclusion.
Yeah, like I dug the Fiend in general. The whole Firefly's Funhouse, he dug that part, and then the Fiend as the monster, cool.
It's
But
a cool
those
concept.
finishes, yeah, the finishes to the matches of like the Hell in the Cell, he'll be indestructible, but they just stopped it, and it would be all these. I would quote unquote redacted would be like, nah, we're not going this route. So maybe the hope is Triple H is like, I would go this route. And on another positive of this, Bo's a better wrestler than Bray. He's always been a better wrestler.
He has been
Bo
a better
just,
wrestler,
but
like,
he's never been the better character.
his character's work is really gonna have to be spot on if this is going to work. Because Dexter Lumis, if it is Dexter Lumis, he ain't a great storyteller. He's more action, like he's more mannerisms and stuff. He didn't really talk. Rowan never really accomplished anything.
No.
If you really think about it, yeah, he's won tag championships here and there, but like what memorable thing has he ever done outside of that stupid spider thing?
Yeah. The only person in the Wyatts who can actually really go. You know what? I would give a honorable mention to Braun Strowman and Randy Orton and Bryan Danielson for being fellow members of the Wyatts, but whatever. But Luke Harper was the only one that was actually like, oh, I'll watch him wrestle.
Yeah, I'll watch him wrestle. But do you know what? Braun Strowman as the black sheep was trash in the family. Outside, before he was fired and got injured, he was okay.
He was okay. He lost his weight. He became a monster among men, quote unquote. He had a following.
Now he's a balding fat giant, and he is atrocious.
He's back to being Firefly Funhouse Braun Strowman. But you know, I'm looking forward to see it. It's like because the production wise was so good. I enjoyed the production of it all. Of like the way everything was done, I was like, when did they fuck up the backstage like this? Like, when did they have time to like destroy the gorilla? Like, I guess during that match.
No, I think backstage was filmed earlier.
Because
yeah,
probably so. Yeah.
I feel like once they turned into gorilla, I feel like that was done ages ago.
They had a clean edit, like in there, like they do. It wasn't because they made it look like it was a singular shot of you walking through. But I can see them as it went to darkness as you go through. Like we could cut here and make it seem like that. A lot of movies have done that technique with Warner's, but I just thought it was staged really well. Like everything was really nice. It looked like a real horror show, but I don't know in Triple H era of the Paul Levesque era where. I know it's dramatic and it's soap opera-y and it's not, but it's very sports based, kind of.
Yeah, if you think about it, pull up right now.
Yeah, it's not cartoony like the '90s.
I feel like you can get away with it in TNA, like
get away with NXT,
in the Broken Universe and all that stuff as well. You can get away with it over there, but I feel it's gonna be tough. So like I said, my conclusion of it was cool. What we saw last night, it was a little bit long. I mean, you could have sped up those walks or just cut them. You could have just cut some of them. They didn't. You don't need the whole. It'd be like me doing a barbecue video and then we just standing in front of the grill for the entire time while we watched it shut.
Hey, some of those are the best times, man. Some of those moments are the best times.
Like even when you're smoking it and you're there for 9 hours, you don't come back 9 hours. You're just there for 9 hours.
No, but they were building the anticipation. Like I was okay with the length of it. But I didn't think it was as good as Bray's the second coming of Bray, the return of Bray Wyatt, where the feed they kept cutting to the crowd and it was just that crazy like atmosphere. It wasn't as good as that, but this one was really well produced, and I was like, this is well shot and well done. But I don't know what the quote unquote Wyatt Sicks, the alleged Wyatt Sicks, who these members are, who we know we have an idea. What can they do with this? Like all these guys were jobbers.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, chapter 1 is done.
Yeah.
What next? Like you can't have us wait for the length of time as that guy that's writing Game of Thrones is trying to finish that final book. You can't do that.
George R. R. Martin has given up that book. Yeah, I know he has because I know his original ending was exactly what we got on the show, and they fucked it up, and it has ruined him. Because he's like, how do I even write my book? They fucked it up. If I write the book the same way, and people are gonna be like, ugh. Now I have to try to figure out how to change it. He's fucked up. He's done. He's finished in this town. It's curtain for you, see now. But yeah, this is the end of chapter 1. Where do we go next? Who do they feud with? Are they going to just be spooky on the sidelines? Or are they going to be involved in real storylines and dramatic? How long till they break it up? How long until Triple H gives up on it? How long until the fans turn on it? You know, it's a lot of questions to go on in there. And so if they can maintain it, you know, support creative geniuses. Good shout out to the creators behind WWE for making it work if they can. But it's a tough task. I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
I'll just put it in the chat. And then we'll just move on, and then they can answer in the chat.
There's a lot to talk about on this Raw. This is a very newsworthy Raw.
I don't think we're getting away with half an hour this week. Seth Rollins makes his return to Raw. He says he's back for one reason. He's got the great... and that's to be the greatest and the best of all time. And he can't do that without getting his championship that he made. Says Money in the Bank isn't far away. He considers it the fastest way to get a shot at the World Heavyweight title. Damien comes out, welcomes him back. No limp. No real limp.
He had a limp. He had a limp.
He wanted to cash in on... He says he wanted to cash in Seth, but that didn't happen. And this is no longer Monday Night Rollins. It is the show of All Rise for El Campeon. It doesn't have the same ring to it, Damien. Seth runs down their similarities, but there's one thing that separates them. And that's... at some point, Seth grew a set. Eventually, he had to stand on his own 2 feet and ask him, what kind of champion do you want to be? So Priest offers him a title match at Money in the Bank. Seth accepts, but reminds him, as long as he's around, this show will always be Monday Night Rollins.
Oh, Seth's epic return, I thought was a really... It was fun. I was shocked when I heard the music. I went, oh, that hit out of nowhere. I was not expecting you to be back so soon.
It was in Savannah. And then he came out dressed as Colonel Sanders.
No, they were in Corpus Christi.
Were they?
Yes. Savannah, Georgia was like last week. Know your geography, Manny.
Still fits.
Yeah, whatever. True. So they came out Corpus Christi to a big, ovation or whatnot, and the crowd seemed like they missed him. But you know what? I kind of miss Seth as well. It's been a moment since WrestleMania. He was the quote unquote hero of WrestleMania. Cody Man won the title, but he couldn't have won it without Rollins dying and risking his life.
His shield
and stuff. Who took all the ass whoopings throughout the night, even after losing his title. But I don't think he's the one to beat Priest. I feel like Priest is going to get through him.
No, yeah, it's one of those things where I believe it's stat padding. I think you've got to make him look credible. Like Priest mentioned it in the promo where he was Seth's first opponent when he won that title. Yeah. So obviously he wants to defend that title against Seth, and I think it'll be one of those notches in the belt. So if he does lose to Gunther, at least you can go out and say at least he had 2 good matches with Drew and Seth before dropping the title, if he is going to drop the title.
Yeah, and so like the main thing I think the reason he's winning is that I don't think Gunther's losing at SummerSlam, so I think that's going to be his... Well, he's kind of dead right now, so I don't know if he stands a title match. But
where is he?
No, he was dead. He got killed in the back. He's one of the guys. It wasn't just Gable. Gunther was down too.
I didn't see no Gunther.
Gunther's down. Go check his Wikipedia page. Killed by Uncle Howie. Have you seen that part?
Yeah, I
People
saw the
up there
Chad
doing-
dead.
Yeah, Gunther has one too. He was dead too. They both got. Those are the two big names that were recognizable in the death. So with them being dead,
According to Wikipedia, he's very much alive.
who changed it? How dare they? But with that being said, Gunther's going to win. I believe he's going to win a SummerSlam, and again, there'll just be someone else. Seth, I don't know how long Drew's going to be out. I mean, we're going to touch on that a little bit later. But, you know, he does have a thing. If CM Punk needs to get busy, it'd be CM Punk and Seth, maybe, or something at SummerSlam. I don't know where we're going with any of this. It just seemed like we just went clean slate this week.
So Chad Gable is in the back, and he's told he has to go to the back of the line after squandering multiple opportunities. So he's like, "Give me someone, give me anyone," and we learn it's Braun Strowman. Strowman defeats him with ease. Chad demands the Academy to get in the ring. Maxine defends Tozawa. Chad throws a crutch out of the ring. Chad slaps Tozawa to the ground, so Otis shoves him. Chad begs for his life in the corner, and then we go to the back. Otis is packing up. The other two have packed up their bags, and they said they're done. They're
Those
leaving
guys
him.
one toy, his turkey leg.
Chad goes, "You ain't done till I say you're done, and you're done." And I'll expel you from the Academy. He said he's gonna win the Money in Bank and do what Otis has never done and cash it in.
Yes, he goes on full rant and monologue as they're gone. They're gone. I don't know who the hell he was talking to. They're long gone. I felt like the camera never turned to them. They were long gone. But he goes, "I'm going to win the Money in the Bank." He was making a lot of declarations that I don't think is going to happen for him. But I enjoyed this segment. I thought Otis should have beat his ass though. Like the crowd was going crazy already.
I think it's coming, but like do you know from what happened with Otis leaving, and then like obviously Chad being dead in the back. I don't know where you go with this story anymore. Like, is he dead, or was it just a dramatic effect, or whatnot?
Yeah, how? I mean, the way he looked dead. Like,
yeah,
dead. He looked gone. Like, there was no, like, he's not unconscious. There was a blood mark on his head, and he was just like,
no, because it looked like he got shot in the head.
Yeah, I know.
Jimmy said Chad had way too much tanner on. He was Kurt Angel Orange. I think he was more Braun Breaker. I feel like him and Braun Breaker are related at this point.
Yeah, I felt like, Chad was very orange, but how dare you call him out for his tan when Braun Breaker's out there just getting away with it? Just getting away with it. Just burning himself. We're getting Braun Breaker Cajun style. Like, it's not even real. Like, I don't even know how. That man is tanning so hard. It's ridiculous.
And as you're all wrestling fans, I expect all 9 of you at your next barbecue, when you're asked, "How do you like your hot dog?" I want you to tell them, "I want it like Braun Breaker."
Is the question of how do you want your steak?
I want mine to look like Braun Breaker. If it looks like Hulk Hogan, you've gone too much. You've gone too far. You cooked it too long.
You burnt the motherfucker at that point. What do you mean I got my steak Omas? They wanted Omas color. I wanted Breaker.
You can't call it Omos.
Why not? That's burnt as it gets. Or Oba. Oba's probably the darkest in the company.
Is he?
I think Oba is. His eyes pop out more when he's because his eyes are big and white, and I feel like it pops out more. I think he's the darkest in the company.
Maybe.
It's him, Lash, and Omos, I think.
Possibly, yeah. The Judgment Day, Priest questions why Finn took the key card. He tells him he took it to protect Dom, and now it's gone and taken care of. Priest says, "I only asked because you acted pretty sketchy recently, so he had to ask." Priest asks Finn, if he wins Money in the Bank, where's his head at? Finn says, obviously Cody. And so Dom can't find his purple cow vest. Finn,
that's the funniest line of the night.
Finn says he's staying away, from talking from Rhea, he's staying out of it.
Of all the items to lose, I can't find my purple cow vest. It's just like it's so distinctly like who, like Maccabee said, who the hell has a purple cow vest anyway, and who would want it? I can't find that.
Cat for life. I'll read your comments in a minute. We're just trying to get through the. We'll get through. We need just to get through all of Raw, and then you got written quite a lot.
We go to the comments, yeah.
Yeah, Io versus Zelina Vega and Kiana James. I'm kind of digging the Io sitting cross-legged on the top
Oh,
rope.
it's cool. Yeah,
It's everything Io does is cool.
I know.
Everything.
I know.
It's so cool. Even the drunk walk she does when they're out coming out to the ring to her banging intro music.
Like she's a person who speaks with her pantomimes and everything of all that. It's really it's a cool look, but sitting on top of the A cross leg cross leg is fine. They trying to say it any other way. It's really cool. It looks like a anime villain or some kind. Reminds me of Mew for some reason.
Yeah.
Or Mewtwo.
So Liv Morgan comes out distracting Zelina wearing Dom's cow vest. Io hits the moonsault on Kiana for James for the win. There's nothing else to really talk about.
This was the most obvious match of the night of who's gonna win.
Yeah.
Io was gonna win. It wasn't gonna be either of the other two.
Sami Zayn says he's moving on from Chad Gable and he looks to his next challengers, and out comes the badass Braun Breaker.
Yep. Excuse me. I think we have a correction from one of our producers. It's the burnt ass Braun Breaker at this point.
You know what? He's gonna confuse a lot of white kids.
Yeah. I mean, so there's gonna be kids going like, the standards were black this whole time? No, my son. No. The standards
Is Braun Breaker related to Drake?
Where's he one of them Toretto blacks? He's not even black. He's that dark though. It's kind of upsetting. It's kind of upsetting.
Braun says Sammy knows what he's capable of. He's left a long list of bodies behind him, and Sammy is next on the list. But then it was a shame to say Lobster Head came out, suggests he's gonna give him an opportunity. Suggests Sammy give him an opportunity because he's chasing that title for 5 years.
Yeah, and I don't understand why he put the cap on 5 years. He should have just said his whole career. Like why? Like, it is your whole career. It's not just 5. Like, I guess you legit wanted it for 5 years to complete your Grand Slam or whatnot, but you should be your whole career. Anyway, this lobster head who you mess with, you may find yourself dead, or whatever his song says. Went out there and they had this kind of a mix up in thing. He kind of forgot about Breaker. I mean, maybe Sheamus doesn't acknowledge him as he has pearly white skin and Braun Breaker is as dark as the night at this point.
Yeah, it was like this and this. How you doing? Sheamus, how you doing too?
It was like one of those napkin commercials where they'd be like, you see, this side got clean as this side did it. Wow, don't you see the
real
difference?
lesson? The real lesson here, people. Okay, white people, I hope you're listening. Listen closely. Nobody looks that orange. Nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody. Don't go that. I know I may look like it right now, but that's because I've got darkness on me and light shining on me.
You don't have to go full orange or tangerine. Just, you know what? Be proud of who you are, white people. I thought I would never say this. Show me that white pride, okay? You don't have to burn yourself. Anyway, this leads into them having a match later. And Pierce making the match, and they lays up the boots. But it happens later. I don't know if you want to cover it now.
Yeah, let's just cover it now. This match was pretty good. Like watching Braun Breaker go with Sheamus. Like, you don't get a bad match with Sheamus, but then we do get it ruined by a certain fluid, as mentioned on the show, German called Ludwig Kaiser, who caused a DQ by attacking Sheamus. Sheamus is then speared on the outside by Braun.
Yes.
And then as Braun is getting pulled away, Ludwig continues to get some in on Sheamus.
Yes.
But then a very smart got his head on a swivel. Braun Breaker goes, "There's that motherfucker that caused me a DQ to get a title match against Sammy." Spears the life out of
Yes.
Ludwig Kaiser. I saw his soul leave his body, much like Undertaker in 1994.
I mean, exactly. That man, Manny, he hit him so hard, I almost shit my own pants. Like that, he came back. It was just so like, I thought on this, the timing of this move was so perfect. Like the timing of him just hitting that corner and them meeting right in that middle. I don't know how they synced that up, but it was so perfect to hit that spear directly. And with Breaker's speed, I just thought that was probably the coolest spot of the night. And I thought this whole segment was, and I know they're already building Braun Breaker up as a star, but this was like his star because he was just full of hell the entire show. Just anger and aggression. Yeah. And even after he speared Ludwig, he's going after Sammy and they're pulling apart over there. He's laughing maniacally. And I was like, that's my money. That's money. Everything he's doing is money right now.
And Adam Pearce, once again, you created this monster. You should have just put it You created.
And you should have gave him an Intercontinental title shot. Now that he's not going to... Pierce is going to have to tell him, no, Sheamus is the #1 contender for the Intercontinental title because you lost me in DQ due to Ludwig Kaiser's interference.
But Marcus, do you know what? Let's just look at Adam Pearce for a moment. There is chaos going on Raw.
Yes.
Chaos. He's got no control over it. But, like, there is bullshit going on with the bloodline. But it just seems like... Nick Aldis doesn't give a shit or doesn't even know that's going on. Like he's never out there when that bloodline bullshit going on.
He comes out every now and then, but he doesn't actually. It's not like a serious issue. Like he may talk to Paul in the back. It was like, handle this, Paul, or something like that. But he isn't out there, and it doesn't seem like he doesn't have control of his show.
Adam Pearce is gonna have a heart attack. Yeah. He's gonna have a cardiac event with Triple H looking at him.
Yeah. Let me tell you this, Manny. This would never happen if Christopher Daniels was in charge.
Yeah, he'd just confuse everyone and make a tournament, and so suddenly everyone's cool.
Yeah, this baggy shirt. Yeah, we're all cool. I'm gonna ban outside interference. Okay, you got the power to do that, and I guess no one else in the wrestling business has this power.
So there was a match that happened with Dragon Lee versus Carlito. So I think back and I'm like, oh yeah, Carlito attacked Dragon Lee. Yeah. Wasn't that in April? Didn't happen in April.
It did.
Why is this only getting resolved now?
Well, there's been injuries and disappearances and other feuds and side quests. The LWO has been involved in everything. And their mama, there was NXT quest on side missions. Like, it's all this other stuff. There's Judgment Day. Like, when you say April, Manny, you were 100% right. I didn't realize it was that long. I'm not even thinking it was WrestleMania.
Actually,
because I was going to come on and say
the end of March. It was probably the end of March because it was a week before. It happened the week before WrestleMania.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming for this one. Like, we finally getting on Raw, and I was going to be like, this is still a justified blood feud. Dragon Lee has all... Both men didn't wrestle at WrestleMania because of it. Because Ray was like, oh, I just used somebody else. You motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck you, Ray.
Yeah, you didn't use either one of these guys. You bastard.
And then once again, the lady that's... The woman that's running Monday Night Raw makes a very appearance again.
Yeah, has no intention of defending her title whatsoever.
I think it's going to end up being Zelina. It seems like it's going to end up being Zelina, but so during this match, Liv comes out still wearing the vest. Zelina attacks her from behind, leading to a brawl, allowing Carlito to pick up the win.
Yeah. Yeah, that was what it was. I thought I was about to bring up some more of the Liv stuff, but that's later in the back.
Well, let's talk about that. We're doing this all out of order this time.
Yeah, it's kind of the show was insane.
So Dominic backstage runs into Liv Morgan. He begs her for his vest back. Liv says she'll only give it back if he takes it off her. which he starts to unzip her, and then Damian Priest
The
walks in.
slowest unzip ever, too.
Damian tells her to leave him alone. He wants nothing to do with her. Liv laughs and walks off saying, but I think he wants everything to do with me.
Yes.
She's a devil woman.
She's the devil.
Woman.
She's the devil. She's the devil.
Woman, and
Not
I love
only,
her.
yeah, when she told him to take off the vest, I went, oh shit, Dami, don't do that. And then even when he took it off, I was like, is she gonna have clothes on under there? Is she gonna be naked?
Yeah, that was my first thought. Even before they started speaking, obviously the camera pans in. And I was like, I know where this is going. I just need to know if she's got clothes on there. But then I saw the little black, like whatever bra or
it's like a sports bra, or whatever.
Sports bra or whatever. So I was like, okay, we're not going there.
Yeah,
clearly this is clearly where I was like, Vince McMahon would have went.
Vince McMahon would have had her do the flash. You only see the back of the jacket, and you get the Dom reaction, and you get the king go, "Oh my god!" The king's not even on commentary, but you still hear, "Oh!" Like really high pitch. You can hear him actually nut on air. It's disgusting. Oh, but I thought Priest catches them was like, "Get out of here, you evil witch! Get out of here, you devil woman! I sweep the devil out of here." But again, I love what this storyline is. Every time it's just a little bit, and that's what you get. And then when Rhea comes back, it's gonna just be hell to pay.
Yeah. So Drew McIntyre, he comes out. He just gets a lot of CM Punk chants at him. He tries to say something, but then he was like, "You know what? Fuck it. I'll just quit."
Yeah.
Adam Pearce tries to calm him down. We even cut to the back where Triple H, he's talking to Triple H, and he was like, "I heard what you said at that press conference. Not cool, bro."
Yeah. Like it was all like back angle stuff too. It was cool. I enjoyed the quitting. It looked like a quote unquote legit quit. Like you got to understand where he's coming from. His wife's sick, lost in his home country, lost in Clash of the Castle twice. Still can't have that moment. CM Punk has ruined his life. He's getting fined for some bullshit of being upset about being screwed at Clash of the Castle, and nothing has happened to Punk. In fact, he's having a big celebration this Friday in SmackDown.
Yeah.
Fuck all you people. I quit. I don't need this anymore. That's where he was at, and I understood his frustration, and I understood his hurt. And what do you expect? When do you expect him to come back?
I think round about the time Punk is back.
Yeah.
Fully back and can take contact, I'm assuming. And then he's gonna beat the shit out of Punk.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just gonna be a wrong thing. Someone I believe online, I don't remember who. I wish I remember people to give credit to. Do you think he may do a quick run at TNA for a little bit for just no reason?
Why? I don't see why not.
Like you can really sell that he's gone and just put
because
like,
AJ's doing a match in Noah.
Yep. EO's doing a match somewhere else too. Like
Marigold. Yeah, so I don't see why not.
It could always happen. It could always happen that he ends up on or he could just show up on Friday Night SmackDown, beat the shit out of Punk in his hotel, and still be quit. Like I'm still quit. I just want to commit a murder. That was it. You know, I don't have to work here to commit the murder. Screw WWE.
Damage Control take on Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Lyra distracts Dakota Kai, allowing Kaden and Katana to pick up the win. EO in the back says Damage Control needs to change, or she will change things herself.
Yeah, I want to give them a strike for this, and it's not just for this, but for just WWE their quote unquote booking or ending of matches. I'm so sick of that one person coming out and distracting somebody. They don't do anything; they just randomly just walk, and it's a distraction. It happened with Liv earlier tonight. It happens with Lyra. Lyra didn't do anything; she just walked out. Oh shit! It's Lyra distracting. This deserves a strike. Come up with something new.
Do you know what also deserved the strike? Karrion Kross said things, but do you know what this promo was? Do you know those promos backstage on Dynamite where it's just basically leading up to a match that's happening on Rampage that no one's gonna watch?
Absolutely, that's why I got the vibe to you.
Yes. Even Kofi talking, I was like, I don't care, Kofi.
You know what I was waiting for at the end of this? Mark Henry to look at the camera and say, "It's time." the main event. But that's what I was expecting at the end of this. But it did have a little bit of story in there, as in Karrion Kross, as he well put in his words, said, "Oh, I'm going to be challenged by Coffee anyway, because Woods like to hang out. He's better in the back." And Coffee accepts the challenge. You gonna call my name out, and you see Woods going like, "Man, you didn't even give me a chance to answer." So they may have Woods turn on Coffee and join up with Karrion Kross in the weirdest team in the history of wrestling. That may get everybody fired.
Speaking of killing CM Punk, Marcus, I feel that this comment, J.K. Smith said, Drew better have a ticket. I need a wrestler who bought a ticket to the show.
I feel like it was in AEW. Yeah, someone in AEW did it recently. Not Swerve, who was sitting in the stands, but somebody was like, "Oh, they actually bought a ticket." I forgot who it was, but I love that.
I have no idea.
They hold the ticket up in the air too, like nobody would ever do at a show. We don't even print out tickets anymore.
Charlotte did it recently before she got into it.
Yeah, but we don't even have physical tickets anymore. Everybody's on their phone, it's digital, and yet on the wrestling show they hold their tickets. I have a ticket. No, I have a ticket.
J.K. Smith said, "Good morning, evening. I wish my co-workers would pull a Drew McIntyre and quit as well." J.K. Smith, I don't know about the funding in your department, but sometimes jobs, when people quit, they don't replace them. So do you really want all that extra work?
I mean, the goal is to replace them, but it normally takes time. Let's go with Cap for Life. Chad Gable with the Creed brothers. That only makes sense. That only makes sense. They're not doing shit. They're lost in the wild. Braun Breaker's going for the Red Hawk effect, 1,000%. Like, who needs special effects when he's doing that? And is Priest hurt? Kind of.
From what everyone was told backstage on the report from Fightful is he's okay.
Yeah, he sold really well though, and they were really proud of him.
The guy with the man bun that got marks on, who was that? I have no idea.
I'm going to say Karrion Kross.
In the second room, who was dead? Apparently, so according to Marcus, Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther and Chad Gable are two dead.
Their lack of presence is better for my mentals. Okay, J.K. Smush. So the main event was Jey Uso versus Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. Jey Uso wins the match, but the way Damian Priest was talking, I honestly thought Priest was going to win this, but I'm assuming they're going to do that last chance battle royal or whatever.
Oh, you mean Finn Balor?
Yeah, I thought Finn was going to win.
Yeah,
because
you said Priest, and I was like, wait, Priest.
Yeah, the way he was talking to the Priest was talking to Finn earlier in the night, it was like, if you win Money in the Bank, you're going to cash it on me. So like, it's playing on that whole what's it?
Dissension.
Can
I trust you?
Vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. I think to me that's the better story. I would rather see Finn go for the title than actually even Gunther. It just makes more sense to see the implosion of the Judgment Day before their eyes or whatever. Or, Liv is just their boss. Or Liv and Finn work together to screw Priest out of that title and kick him out the group. Because he's trying to be all honorable and shit with Seth. Fuck that. We cheat and win. You didn't win that thing. Coming to argue your title shot. Seth was over there talking about how climb a ladder. You're about to have Money in the Bank. Oh, get the fuck out of here, man. Be the type of champion I was. I can duck a pay-per-view? What? I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, I want to be the type of champion that you claim I'm ducking you.
Yeah.
And I am!
Yeah. You claim I'm ducking you, and I'm denying it each week, and I say you're not worthy of a title shot. You got to go through Jada McDumber to get through all these people. But overall, I just thought Raw was a spectacle. It felt more like a comic book show than it was an actual wrestling show. Yeah. I don't know what it was, because it just left you with all these like story and threads, and then it had that big angle in the back of like, oh, I can't wait to the next issue of what's going to happen next.
It flowed. It really flowed, this episode of Raw. Like, normally it's all over. Sometimes it's all over the place. It makes sense in the end. Like, it's good in parts, but like, it flowed. With exception to the Karrion Kross and Kofi part, maybe.
That was thrown in there, though.
It was thrown in there. It was like I didn't need this. Put that online. Don't give me this. Put it online.
Can we trade this out and actually get something going go with the tag team titles. I'm just saying. Like, I feel like we can throw
The
that
tag team
in there.
titles. You could have given me another Liv skit. I would have cared.
Yeah. Or even confirm that Liv is actually going to wrestle at one of these PLEs, where she just waiting for Rhea. Like,
You could have even given me an R-Truth reaction to what Liv is doing.
yeah, no. Oh, she no good, dog.
I miss being in the Liv Judgment Day.
You can't trust Alexa Bliss. She's spooky.
No, that Rhea Ripley. She trifling. She gonna done change her hair.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm not cleared to wrestle. You lucky I'm not cleared to wrestle this week. I'll fight you tonight, but I'm not cleared. Oh, I was seldom not clear with that ankle for Priest. We get it. Oh, Roman opened the floodgates and not defending the title for those 30 days. But I thought Raw was gonna be a tough show to beat. It was really enjoyable, lots of spectacle. Everybody will have to see everything, but we don't know where it's all gonna go.
You don't know who's walking through that prohibited portal tonight. Will we say his name, or will we just have some random Japanese people that been in AEW?
Let me tell you this, Manny. And I'm gonna say this: 25 people are in this NXT #1 contenders battle royal. It's a mystery of who's in there, other than like maybe the regular few. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. I am gonna be so disappointed at this show. I'm just gonna be disappointed. I already know it. I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be expecting Joe Hendry, maybe a Moose, maybe even the Rascals, or even Speedball Mike Bailey can show up. PCO, Sammy Cat. I'm gonna expect all these TNA wrestlers, and you know who I'm gonna get? Nobody.
Marcus, we need to do this thing one more time.
I'm gonna get Tommy Dreamer.
Who walks through the portal that makes us do a show just on NXT tomorrow?
Manny, on the show no matter what. I know he just came back to TNA. They may throw him out there, Manny, just to fuck with people. They may throw Jeff drug ass out there.
Do you know who I thought you were gonna say?
Who?
The Stone Pitbull. the real. Marcus, he might not be the final boss.
Yeah.
But he is the final bag.
I'll tell you this, if Ishii shows up on NXT, Manny, guaranteed show on Thursday and Wednesday. I would do a solo show if he shows up.
How are you gonna do a live show on Thursday?
I would just do a live show on Thursday. It'd be a solo show of me going, I didn't think I was going to be here for this. But I am going to do a live show in honor of Ishii. I will lay on my back and do it.
Just do the show. I'll do the show like this. Ishii was here.
Yes. Just on the back. Don't worry about how much time is it there. In honor of Ishii, I would lay on my back and then I would just have count my money on the show as well. Just like counting money.
I feel figures because we got there is no Thursday show this week. We've got other content coming out, but there is a chance there could be a show tomorrow. There's so much wildness.
Well, I can contact Jamal, but it is Juneteenth tomorrow, and I want to do an ETE tomorrow. It has nothing to do with Juneteenth, but talk about a lot of the news stories that came up this week in wrestling. Whether it is with the Wyatt Sicks, whether it's the Jay Cargill controversy that seems to sweep the Twitter world
about ropes,
all of that.
Wait, you can't talk about that without me. You're not allowed to talk about that story without me because as the kings of the ropes. We are only the ones qualified to talk about that.
Yeah, but it was a very busy week of wrestling. You had the Hardys reuniting in TNA. You have the stuff that's going to happen on NXT tonight, whatever's going to happen here. You have the Wyatts. You have all these different dynamics. Drew quitting.
What, Marcus?
The stuff that's going on in New Japan right now. We got Forbidden Door around the corner. There's a lot happening, and I think there needs to be there must be a show. There's 85% chance there's a show tomorrow for ETE or not an Untitled Manny and Marcus show or a solo Marcus show, which I don't think we're going to do a solo Marcus show because that's the one of the things I do not like doing because I hate it.
I don't like doing them, but I always knock them out of the park when I do them by myself.
I don't think I can do a solo show. I don't have that courage. I feel like I wouldn't like as much as I love to talk apparently on this show, and I can't stop talking.
A lot of people.
I need somebody to cut off.
Did you hear about the story about CM Punk doing the press conference with the donuts and then a fight breaking out?
No.
Yeah, so it's a coincidence, but the Scottish fans were so angry Drew McIntyre did not win that there was actual fights outside the stadium or the arena.
What is this, a real sporting event? Get out of here.
No, actual fans fighting each other.
Yeah. That's what I mean. What is this, an actual sporting event? Like, what? Scotland lost 1-5. I'm sure there were fights after that one, but over Drew? Come on, get out of here. You got your trophy case of Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. You guys need to relax. You got some of it.
Yeah, I'm up for doing a show tomorrow.
All right. We'll see. I'll message them all too. It's the ETE/regular show, but I think NXT is good because my expectations are high. Even though I say I'm going to be disappointed, I think it's worthy enough to cover.
But the thing is though, the Dynamite card, it looks so disappointing that they've released it going into this Wednesday.
I saw the card you posted in our group chat, and I wasn't too. I think MJF is always a pleasure to watch the ring. I think him and Rush is going to have a really good match. Yes, it's not the greatest feud in the world. We know MJF is going to win, but I think that's a pretty good match on the show.
You've essentially got two contract signings with a face-to-face with Swerve and Will. You've got a contract signing with Timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. And then you've got an all-star 8-man tag, which you know my feelings on that.
Yeah. I already know. Oh. It does, I think it's, the card to me actually looked, I remember seeing it and you guys being down on it. It looked decent. I know you don't like multi-man matches, anything other than two tag team matches. You scoff at 6-man and 8-man normally. But I think it's a pretty good card. I think the low point probably will be the contract signing Tony Storm and Mina, and I don't know why I can never Shirakawa.
No, if Mina turns up with champagne, you know that contract signing is gonna be wild.
Oh, I know it's gonna be wild, but I think it's gonna be too all over the place. Well, let me tell you the positives I see about this lineup, though, Manny. And I know it's not a perfect show, but I don't see Jericho advertised on it. That is a positive.
Yeah, but you could always put TV time with the.
No, I know. But right now, it's a positive for me that I don't see it advertised. Looks like a good card to me. And last week was a good Dynamite. Maybe they actually got their shit together. And you know what? Another strike. Don't let me see Christopher Daniels on the show. I don't.
You know you're going to see him this week.
I know, but I don't want to.
He looks so small when you put him in comparison to the other two. Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce.
Yeah, and then there's no question they're both bald with facial hair and authority. Him and Pierce are almost indicted. It looks like a mini me of him. It looks like, oh shit, I went to the ghetto and this is the one they sell. This is the liquor store. This is not Toys R Us toys. These aren't G.I. Joes. These are hero Americans.
No, it's like someone says, I need to speak to the manager of the Cheesecake Factory, and Christopher Daniels comes out.
And then even
Tell me I'm wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong. You're 1,000% right.
And I'm not even American, and I shouldn't even be able to make that joke. But it worked.
Manny, you're 2,000% right. And he'll come out, you want to speak to the manager, Christopher Daniels come out, and then you would go, and he would say, ma'am, I'm doing the best I can for you. If I can do all this, let me speak to your boss, which is the ultimate insult to any authority figure. Let me speak to your boss. because you can't be it. I need to go higher. This is who I'm speaking to. I want my spaghetti. I want my cheesecake. And I want my other 1,000 things on this menu.
I used to love that when I was the manager. And I already taught my bullshit. And she's like, I want to speak to the manager. Zip! I am the manager.
That's the best feeling in the world.
And the answer's still no.
Yep. Manny, I mean, it's too late to retroactively do this because you're not the manager of your store anymore. And for me as well. But if you can just go, you say his name and he appears. I am the manager.
Say his name and he'll appear. I believe in Lord Manny.
Manny, if I was the owner of that store, I'd fire you that day. clapping at the customers. What the hell's wrong with you?
I said I spent too long in the ghetto. Women be clapping at me all the time. Boy, I'm gonna slap you up aside the head.
Manny neck movement was on point. Hands on the swivel.
Yeah, when women take off their earrings and they're ready to fight, they turn into John Moxley.
The
shoulders are all over the place.
shoulders are twitching. Everything's going everywhere.
Oh, shout out to Mbappe. The man got KO'd and broken nose from a shoulder.
Ooh. Damn. Damn. If only he was Caitlin Clark, that would have got more attention. Blow dust on her. The whole world goes, oh my God, they're trying to kill her.
Yeah. So,
rest in peace, Mookie Betts. My memories and my thoughts. They broke his hands. They broke his hands.
Oh.
He didn't die. They broke his hands.
No, over the weekend, too many older football players passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, it's happening quite a lot. The way you said that, I was like, oh no, another one has died.
No, Mookie Betts is still alive. He just broke his hand. They did a pitch went in on him, and then we also lost Yamamoto as well to like a tour rotator cuff or something. So injuries have the injury bug that was flying over Swerve's head last week on Dynamite has hit the Dodgers. It's such a good line.
Look at that. What is that? It looks like the injury bug.
And it has landed on you. And I was like, wow. Honestly, of all the people to give that line, never thought the Young Bucks would give such a good line like that. That was brilliant.
That was such a great line. So there is a show tomorrow. There won't be one on Thursday. There will be a Try Not to Laugh number 5. 5. We did it 5 times.
5. In honor the Shucky Ducky Quack Quack edition. Yeah. Try Not to Laugh.
Oh, we need to put that audio in now. Should I re-edit the video?
No. It's gone. It's gone. The moment has passed. We're like bad boys now. Maybe the 6th one would be the Shucky Ducky Quack Quack edition.
Don't say that, because that's another thing we could add to the intro of this very long intro of the show, which we rarely do.
Yeah. You
know what, Manny and Marcus show, the bad boys of the wrestling podcast scene.
Yeah, I think for the Try Not to Laugh, we should treat them like movies and not only start them up a little bit Roman numerals, but give them taglines at the end. Like,
laugh harder.
Try Not to Laugh, Vendetta. Try not to laugh.
Tried too hard.
Yeah. 6 laughs, experience. Some nonsense names, you know.
Too funny, too furious.
Yes. Just ridiculous taglines.
Yeah, we've got lots of stuff coming up because we don't know about Marcus's new situation. Whether he's going to have a bed or not.
Yeah. Well, I do, I can always get cardboard boxes and make a bed work. No, I plan on, it's been 219 days, Manny. I think I'm going to, by the 300th day, I should probably have a bed. For sure.
No, Kane. It's TNT. TL, the Chuckle Factory.
Stupid. 100% accept that.
You know it's true, and it's worse when Eric's here.
Yeah,
That,
it is.
Do you know what? More people need to go watch that stupid short of us singing because it was hilarious to me.
It's funny. It's a funny short. It's a funny short. It was all about just it's just random singing, and it's just all of us doing bad singing. We're all bad. Eric's bad. Then Manny starts singing. He's bad.
I was more reciting poetry.
Manny, don't say you were rapping now.
I wasn't rapping. I was reading poetry.
If you, we're not gonna give you a beat. All right. Manny was Manny was spitting bars.
You'll never see it coming.
Try not to laugh. Great balls of fire. Just because Vince would have wanted it that way.
Try not to laugh. Sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Sponsored by Ico Bro.
Sponsored by a hydration drink we're not allowed to name.
You just blur it out.
Oh.
No, we need to end the show. I mean, we finished the show at a really good time, actually.
Yeah.
Considering all the stuff to talk about. But tune in tomorrow for E.T. Untitled Manny and Marcus long-term booking show. Who knows? I don't know what's going to do that. But it will be a show.
I will beat you to it. I know. I am secretly sponsored by that drink. I just refuse to say their name.
I believe in hydration drink.
So yeah, me and Marcus are out. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace. Yeah, it's definitely not Bliss, Manny. Why would you do that to her? She looks like what you call him? What's your Grace man name? Little man, Jonathan Grisham.
Man, that new Ninja Turtle film looks sick. Little baddies.
Yep. Teenage Mutant Ninja. They look like they got mollywops from people.
Why Shredder holding a lantern?
I don't know, but he's gonna give me that bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bebop and Rocksteady have really let themselves go.
I didn't know Sheamus was gonna reprise his roles as Rocksteady.
We out, guys. Peace.